How do you address employee hygiene? How would you handle an employee who had bad body odor? So much so that it disrupted the entire office. My name is Nina, and I'm about to get in your business. If you would like to know more about business operations, please subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you will be alerted when new videos are uploaded. Employers can always require employees to come to work with a neat, clean appearance, including combed or brushed hair, bathed, and wearing clean clothes. No employer is obligated to tolerate an employee whose body odor cannot be explained by the needs of the job. Individuals with physical jobs may occasionally produce body odor while at work. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about an employee who appears to be clean but has an odor about him or her that can't be explained by working conditions. Body odor can be very distracting, especially if the employees are in a confined space. That condition written down there is a chronic medical condition characterized by extreme body odor. It happens when the bacteria on your skin breaks down sweat and produces an abnormally offensive smell. This is worse than your normal body odor. If you are an employee watching this video, it's best to discuss the situation with your immediate supervisor. Ask the employee's supervisor to speak with the employee on the matter or talk to HR. Bringing air freshener to spray everywhere makes the situation worse than the conversation. If you are an employer and this is your current situation, do not delay in resolving this issue and never assume you know the cause. Hygiene issues could be caused by a medical issue, but it may also be caused by cultural differences, mental health issues, just poor grooming habits, or personal problems. Does your company have a dress code and grooming standards employment policy? If not, it's best to create a policy that sets clear expectations concerning personal hygiene and grooming. Be as specific as possible and provide examples of the company's expectations. If you already have a policy, it's time to have a private conversation with the employee to explore that issue and give the employee a chance to explain the situation. Treat the employee with dignity and respect. Be honest, direct, but be as kind as possible. Do not state that other employees brought the scenario to your attention. Use your own observations as the basis of the conversation. If the employee provides a medical explanation for the odor, you as the employer have the right to request medical documentation of that fact. If your company has 15 or more employees, which allows the employee protection through the ADA, the company must provide reasonable accommodations, unless the accommodation will pose an undue hardship on business operations. If I were an employer and faced with this situation, I would contact the ADA directly, as well as an employment attorney who has experience with the ADA, especially with determining what is reasonable accommodation and determining undue hardship. If the employee does not claim a medical condition as the cause of the odor, set clear explanations for the employee. Document the meeting and what actions will be taken to resolve the issue. In addition, document the consequences for failure to resolve the issue and set a timeline for the issue to be resolved and for management to follow up. Finally, be sure to let the employee know that your conversation with him or her will remain confidential. If this issue is not resolved as stated in the documented timeline, the employer may address the issue through corrective action that includes oral and written warnings, probation, etc. The Americans with Disabilities Act, the ADA, does not have a list of medical conditions that constitute disabilities. Instead, the ADA has a general definition of disability that a person must meet. A person has a disability if he or she has a physical or mental impairment that substantially limits one or more major life activities, a record of such an impairment, or is regarded as having an impairment. If an employee approaches your management team and complains about an employee's body odor, don't jump to conclusions, but don't ignore the situation. Personal hygiene is a sensitive issue and is something that should be handled firmly but delicately. Thanks for watching.